Hey there, everyone. Welcome to RPG Bookclub, except not really. Welcome to Victory Lap, but not your regular Victory Lap, for various reasons, some of which will be expanded here today, and some of which I guess you'll have to wait for the next regular episode of the podcast where Sam is on in order to hear that side of it. We're not recording on Digimon this week. So instead, we're doing an extra special length victory lap. It's going to get split into two parts. One here on the main feed, and one for our backers.
Yep. So if you don't back us on Ko-fi, then you can see what sort of incredible fun stuff is happening on the backer-only feed every week. Except I'm pretty tired, so I don't know how entertaining I'll be.
I'm feeling pretty awake, so I guess I can try to help in that regard. I don't know. But since we're not doing the main podcast, but it has still been a little over a week since we last recorded. Hey Bernard, how's your week been?
Man, it's honestly, it's been rough because I've been anticipating things becoming extremely difficult at work because they are our workload is massively increasing, and they are hiring 3 new people to join our team, but it's still going to be a lot more work per person, and especially in the next few weeks where we're launching the new projects. Getting the new projects that we're going to be doing indefinitely, getting them launched is going to be extra work. And there's already been lots of work getting ready for those, but I'm just so tired and also dreading the future right now.
That is so understandable.
So when I'm not at work, I've mainly just been playing Tomodachi Life and trying not to think about anything.
So, secret surprise. Guess what I'm doing right now, Bernard?
What are you doing right now?
I'm playing Tomodachi Life right now.
Hell yeah.
Because WoW... So viewers might remember that I was going on a special trip last time. I was going on a little trip to go see my partner who lives over near Philly, over on the New Jersey side of Philadelphia, across the river. And so, while I was there, I looked at my finances, and I was like, I can afford a Switch 2. So I decided to buy a Switch 2 there and there. And I was excited to get Tomodachi Life. I also bought a physical copy of Pokepia, because of all the things they had there that was Switch 2, it was the one I was the most excited to do. The most I was willing to spend $60 on. So...
Nice.
So I do this, but then I'm like, I get told, oh wait, so if you want to transfer your Switch data, you gotta do it, like, as you're setting up the Switch 2. You can't do it later. To do it later, you'd need to factory reset the console, which I think's fucking stupid. But, okay, so I don't use the Switch I just got my entire trip. I get home. It's also a very good trip. Had a lovely time. Played a lot of Catan. Also played Sly Cooper 3, which I'll probably talk about in a bit. Now that I've played all the original Sly games, so I didn't finish 3. Whatever. So I get home. I'm very tired. I'm just generally exhausted because it's a 6-hour train ride. I have work early the next day. I have 2 chapters of Digimon to play before recording, so I think. That one of them is one of the longest chapters of a video game I've ever seen in my life. The chapter structure here is a little wonky.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all that, but then I decided to put in a little bit of time into trying to, do the transfer on the Switch. And I realize I've been a fool, because the Nintendo account connected to my Switch is the Nintendo account I've had for a long time, aka the one that is set up with my dead name and with an email I don't have access to anymore. Like, fully the one I was locked out of a couple years ago. And worse, no, that would not be a huge problem because I had the password still. I had the login info. But it had 2-factor authentication on it. And the 2-factor authentication is to a authenticator app, which, like, I have that app on my phone, but it's not the same phone. It's not the version that it has that set up with, so it doesn't recognize it. So I can't use that authenticator. And there's backup codes, and I don't know where they are. I don't think I ever wrote them down. So that account is, I can use it on that Switch. I can't do the transfer. It's not possible. Which sucks. I understand a lot of the reasons for these kind of security things, but it's a thing I feel a lot at my job, just being like, I kind of hate what technology has become in so many ways.
Yeah.
I hate that there are these digital landlords in charge of everything, and they can just lock you out of your stuff. It just doesn't feel right or good.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up just deciding, because I could contact Nintendo support, and I could possibly go through everything they asked for and get access to my account again. Maybe. But I've gone through that kind of process before, and I've gone through it and not gotten access. At the end, it had the gate slammed in my face and told, fuck you, no, you're not going to get in. And I don't want to go through that. Like, I got so much time and energy nowadays, it's finite, and I don't want to spend on that. And also, why do I want to fight for an account where the me is my fucking pre-transition self, it's a dead name on there? Like, I don't want that anymore. So I just started a new Nintendo account, fresh, for the Switch 2. Which I was fine with, even though there's a lot of games I had bought on my Switch. That means I wouldn't transfer over. But I was like, you know what? I have money from this job. Though they're just things. If I have to buy them again, I buy them again. It's not the end of the world. And it was only like a day or two ago, it hit me another part of this I hadn't considered. Do you know what else is on that account?
No.
Pokemon Home.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I have 4 generations of Pokemon on my Pokemon Home. I have a shiny Mewtwo there that I got from Pokemon Let's Go Eevee in one of my favorite what the fuck moments in all of my Pokemon playing history since I was a child. And it's on that Pokemon Home. So I was really freaked out for a little bit and despairing, but I figured that Switch still works, it just works very slowly and badly. So I just need to get a Pokemon game on this Switch and get Pokemon Home, and then I can trade. I looked up, you can trade just between Pokemon Homes.
Mm-hmm.
So I can just trade over the Pokemon to myself. Hopefully. And that should be fine. I'm fingers crossed.
Goodness.
Yeah, no, it's been a fucking roller coaster. But hey, I've got Pokepia, I got Tomodachi Life. I even decided, because it's on sale, I got Date Everything on the Switch too.
Mm-hmm.
Which we can talk about in a bit. But yeah, that's I, as I alluded to before, I'm part of the reason we're doing this and not doing the main podcast is because our usual recording day came around, and I was like maybe a quarter of the way through Ars X Digimon because my laptop no longer works. I'm using my wife's laptop, which is Linux running on it, and it doesn't have my Steam. And even if it did, I don't think it can run Digimon Cyber Sleuth. So I had literally, because I left a day after we recorded last week, and I got back a day before we record this week, normally. So I had 24 hours outside of work and, laundry and a billion other things in order to, like, play the section. And that just was not enough time. So I apologize on my behalf. But it's not all my fault. Sam is also at fault. It's easier
faultless.
to blame him. Yeah, your fault. Bernard, you're a perfect human being. Genuinely, just a true... am I allowed to say mensch because my wife is Jewish? Or...
I don't know.
I don't know either. But yeah, I miss my wife. She's in Canada right now. But yeah, Bernard, I'm really sorry you're in the situation where your fucking work is doing the way too much work for way too few people and promising to hire more, but still, like, you're drowning in it.
I mean, I feel like the amount of work that is going to will be fairly appropriate for the number of people that there will end up being hired. But the problems are that, one, the work is physically demanding, and I'm already so tired all the time. And
Mood.
I don't know how I'm going to get in better shape for that. And two, it's like, yeah, we're hiring 3 new people for all these site launches. And I'm like, okay, we're launching one site on the 28th. We're launching the big one on May 5th. When are these people going to get hired? And I hear from a coworker, yeah, sounds like the first new person starting on the 11th. And I'm like, excuse me. That is after the stuff starts.
Oof.
So I don't know what we're going to do because there will literally not be enough hours in the day.
Yeah, that's fucking rough. That's
Yeah.
I really hate it when jobs do the like you got to do this work without the what you need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no. Pokepi is really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Tomodachi Life also really fucking good.
What sort of regular people and or weird little freaks are you making in Tomodachi Life?
As promised, my island. So when I did the first Tomodachi Life on 3DS back in the day, I made my island all Ace Attorney characters, which was fun. And to keep the spirit of that going, my island now is all of the Devil characters.
Nice.
Which feels very appropriate because now, people can be gay in Tomodachi Life,
Mm-hmm.
and of the Devil is like Ace Attorney, but much, much gayer. Which I said that around someone a while back, and who didn't know what of the Devil was. They're like, "Wow, it must be." I can't even imagine how gay that is. I'm like, you don't listen. I love Ace Attorney. Ace Attorney isn't actually that gay.
It is definitely not canonically.
Like, we get the Phoenix Edgeworth vibes, TM, which I honestly don't feel like stand up to a lot of scrutiny, and there's the Mia Lana thing. That's basically it.
Mm-hmm.
There's, I guess, some people Apollo Clavier, but no, no thanks. I don't see that. But yeah. I'm having fun. I literally named my island Shipping Island because
Nice.
that's what I'm gonna be doing. Once I fill up on all the characters from of the Devil up through the newest game, I'm gonna, I guess, do other stuff too. So there could be possibilities for crossover ships, but we'll see what I do. I don't know.
So I mentioned that I made all the Possum Boy characters
You did.
in Tomodachi Life, and Orson and Ted got married. But the other day I realized with horror that the ship name would be Orsted.
For those of you who don't know why that's horrifying, listen to our episodes on Live Alive.
Yes, or just play the game yourself because it's really
Or play.
fucking good.
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
But yeah, I was like, oh no. And then through some sort of medical miracle, these two cis men had a biological child, and I'm not quite sure how that works, but it happened.
Do I say the cursed thing here? Do I utter those blackened words?
I don't know.
Well, Bernard, there's this thing called the Omegaverse. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say more. I don't like that shit.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
Oh god, now I have the fact that you don't know. I have okay. So I'm gonna just really quickly say I'm not a fucking expert in this. Again, it's not a thing I really like. I'm gay. I'm not that kind of gay. Partially just because it's based on some shit that I really don't like in like a societal like. I don't like that this is a thing that so many people give credence to, or not even give credence to. They're using it for kink stuff, but it's like I still feel like that makes it a broader thing. So you know the whole idea of like the alpha wolf and whatever that debunked bullshit.
Yes.
So someone took that. Someone wanted to do. I want to do yaoi, but I want them to have kids, and so they created the idea of the Omegaverse, where some people are Omegas, which are people who, regardless of gender, can have kids. Like, they could be a cis man, but if they're an Omega, they could still get pregnant and have a kid. Don't ask me the specifics. I don't understand it. and there are alphas and whatever. Like, there's all the different things, and alphas like get this way or to make. I don't listen. It's very like all like sometimes it's just fully human, but just this is a thing happening, and sometimes it's like also they're kind of wolf like just like really toned. Like honestly, these people should just be furries and stop doing things half-assed. I'm being mean. People can like what they want to like. I just am not here for it personally. I don't want to yuck people's yum. But yeah, not a thing I'm into, but a thing that does exist and is very popular among specific people.
I see.
And it's also like for me a little bit like if you want to do yaoi and have one of them get pregnant, there's this thing called trans men. And like yeah, not all trans men want to get pregnant. A lot of them find it dysphoric, and I get that, and that's very valid. But I am saying if you want to do yaoi and have one of them get pregnant, that, or just do some fucking, have it be magic or sci-fi or something. Like, you don't gotta recreate fucking debunked bullshit wolf dynamics with human beings. You don't. I promise. And there's people who do it with sapphic stuff too. They do sapphic Omegaverse. And I'm like, why? What are you doing? I genuinely don't understand. If you'd like to try to explain it to me, my email is no. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, no. Tomodachi Life is very fun and silly. Pokepia is just fucking delightful. Is just such a fun but also very heartfelt little game.
Mm-hmm.
I was not expecting it to be post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
And it is so unabashedly kind of Minecrafty in a way I actually really like. Like, I knew that going in from just the trailer, but it's like, no, it really is just, what if Minecraft was also, Animal Crossing was also a little bit Stardew Valley?
And looked good.
And looked really good.
Mm-hmm. And also just a little bit of body horror to it sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
depending on what it's doing. Um, so of course, a while ago now, Square Enix made Dragon Quest Builders, which was a very similar thing, a sort of Minecraft genre thing that with a big focus on a social sim aspect. And then my understanding is that Square Enix developed that one internally, and then for Dragon Quest Builders 2, they worked with Koei Tecmo. And then that same team that did Dragon Quest Builders 2 actually did Pokemon Pokopia.
Oh, fascinating.
So it's sort of Dragon Quest Builders 3, which is really interesting.
I see that DNA in it, and it's really fascinating.
Mm-hmm. Man, I want to actually sit down and play that game.
It's really fun. Also, so I don't remember how much I talked about playing Date Everything on the podcast. Very fun game. Do recommend. Extremely ridiculous, but also has a lot of really good writing and incredible voice acting. And it's also just fun to be playing a game and just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna date my bed. Also, God, the character designs are so fucking hot in it. But anyway, the thing is, when I played it originally, is I was playing a version that I didn't get from Steam. I got it from a completely legitimate resource, which I won't disclose, but it was not Steam, and I didn't have a way to update it with patches, which is a problem because the initial 1.0 release of the game was actually pretty buggy, as shocking as that might be to hear. And some of those, I mean pretty buggy, like there's some of the like character storylines that like are just fully bugged in a way that like I don't know how you're supposed to get the ending you want on those. Which made it a little sad and frustrating. And so now having it on Switch 2, which is fully like has all the patches and everything, and I get to play it without having to worry, is really nice. And it's also been like half a year since I played it last, so I've already half forgotten everything.
Nice. One of my dream make a video game projects has some vague sort of similarities to Date Everything. So at some point I might really dig into it to see how they handle
I get
having
you. I get you. That's research.
structurally, yeah. My idea is not the same thing but different, but it has some vague similarities.
I'm very intrigued, and now I want you to tell me about it sometime off podcast.
I will.
Uh, Yay! I win. What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, no, I think there's a lot of I've had too many ideas in that sort of. I like my thing is like if I was gonna do something like date everything, I do think there's a lot of fun and potential in it. My thing is like I would want to tone down the scale a little bit because 100 characters is a lot.
That's a lot.
And there's a lot of fun interactions between characters, and there are some kind of polyish sort of stuff happening with some of them. But I would want a dating sim sort of thing like that with a lot of options, but where the other characters can also have like they have interesting combinations of relationships with each other, and they can build relationships with each other in the same way you can build relationships with them. I would like that, but the more characters you have, it's an exponential issue.
Yeah. So not just a dating sim, but a matchmaking sim.
A little bit of both, yeah. Well, like a little bit of like you can push people together, but a little bit characters will naturally tend towards each other. Some of them.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen some of those kind of ideas played with in games, and I always like seeing stuff like that done. I mean, I am in general very like, I don't know. I was just thinking at work the other day about like, there's just so, like this is just me being a big evangelist for polyamory, and very into polyamory, but like just it is so unexplored in media, in art, in like, and not just in like I need it for representation, but just like we're limiting ourselves on hijinks
Mm-hmm.
and silly like I was just thinking about like if we had lived in a universe where people were more cool with polyamory, not even like completely cool, just like a little more cool. Like imagine a silly fucking like a sitcom, like a primetime sitcom that is about like a polycule who has like been like adopted and been raising some kids, but now those kids are getting to school and they have to hide the fact that they're a polycule, and like so several of them are elected as like, okay, well you're gonna be the dad and you're gonna be the mom when it comes to official events, but those two aren't dating and don't like each other, and so the like lies compound on themselves, and there's just so much fodder for episodic hijinks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying it's right there.
I would watch 7 24-episode seasons of that.
Same.
Or since it's 2026, one 4-episode season before it gets canceled.
No. I hate that that's the world we live in now.
Me too.
We've been one thing me and one of my partners have talked about a lot recently is like how much it would be, how great it was when shows could be bad for a little bit. I think we've talked about this on the podcast before too, but just like,
oh, I'm sure.
Like with not only Star Trek shows, but also like Buffy. Like season 1 of Buffy isn't like bad, but it's definitely not great. It still had, a solid chunk of episodes before they could get to season 2 and things started to really pick up. And shows don't get that anymore. They got to be good from the gate, or they just get canned.
Yeah, and like I don't know, the first season of Parks and Rec there was just absolutely nothing there.
Oh, agreed.
Nothing. And just a lot of shows were like that. It takes some time for them to find their footing.
Something reminded me of Parks and Rec. There's a new book at work that's about Parks and Rec. That I think is written by one of the actors from it. And it's about like looking back, this is a show that like imagined a better way of doing things or whatever. Like very like I feel like very like West Wing-esque fucking talk up of the show.
Yeah.
And I like Parks and Rec. Parks and Rec is a show I like. But like I also feel like I need to be critical in the way I like it, because like it is a very specific idea of so many things. Like a lot of people are like want to hold it up as like, yes, this is the way things should be. And it's like I don't like I get like it would be nice. It would be great if we could get back to a point where people from other parts of the political divide could like have civil conversations about things and agree on the facts in between. Like, yeah, imagining a time in which people can do that. I see the appeal. I don't know how we get there from here, and I also feel like there is an element to wishing for that. That means that like in the process of wishing for that, it feels like you're letting go a little bit of like wanting to actually change things for the better, because like a lot of these people are people who just genuinely want shit that you don't, and there's no way you can talk them out of that. I don't know. It's a complicated thing, and Parks and Rec also I was also just thinking about Parks and Rec just being like, that's a really white ass show.
Yeah.
Hell, even comparing it to like another left leaning show from a little bit after, it's wild that I have to say, but like, I feel like Brooklyn Nine-Nine has better like political bona fides than Parks and Rec does in some ways, and I feel weird saying that. But it, like, I don't know, it's much better at, like, acknowledging the actual issues as they currently exist. And that's weird, because it's still a cop show.
Looks like the book, unless there's a different book about Parks and Rec that just came out, it looks like this book is by Jennifer Cation Armstrong, with a foreword by Nick Offerman.
Oh, the foreword's by Nick Offerman. That's what I saw on the cover that had me thinking.
Yeah. Apparently this person has also done books on Mean Girls, Sex and the City, and Seinfeld. Apparently they just do lots of books about pop culture stuff.
I mean, yeah, that sounds like a thing you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna. We record a podcast about pop culture stuff. I'm not gonna shit on someone for writing books about it.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do that. I was just like, oh, yeah,
no,
neat.
Yeah, that's a thing. Good for them. I do like. There's people who like specifically study live action television as their thing. I follow some of them online, and I think that's fascinating. Mad respect, could not do it. There are some that I really enjoy, and then we'll go into, but that's too much of a specialization for me, and I resist specialization. Even if I had to specialize, would not pick live action TV for the life of me.
Mm-hmm.
I like the bit in the new Tomodachi Life where a character will be having a problem, and you can just pick them up and drop them.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, something else that happened recently. So the other day I was playing. Oh my gosh, what's it called? I was playing Persona 5 more, and I've now finished Futaba's Dungeon. Futaba's Dungeon fucking rules.
Yeah.
It rocks. I do want to say, because I think you or Sam brought this up, we were talking about it, and maybe you're wrong, but I think you've done the same thing my girlfriend who's been playing the game with me has, where she brought up, oh, one of my favorite tracks in the game is in this dungeon. And I was like, ooh, yay. And we never got to it, and it's because it's not in this dungeon. It's from much further in the game, but it has the word sand in the name. And so she had just expected it to be in the Egypt dungeon. I don't know if that's what happened there as well, or if you do really just like the Egypt music of this particular palace.
The palace track, The Days When My Mother Was There, I think is the name of the song.
Days When My Mother Was There? Oh, that one does rule. Yeah, that one's very good.
that's the one I was referring to. Okay,
she was thinking it was like something sands?
Rivers in the Desert, maybe?
Rivers in the Desert, yeah, Rivers in the Desert is what she was thinking of.
Because that is I know that's the name of a really good track. I forget when in the game it is, but yeah.
It's super late in the game.
But yeah, that dungeon is in the desert, so I could see the connection that would form in someone's mind. But no, I was referring to The Days When My Mother Was There.
No, it was very good. I do hate in a Persona. I had the thing of having multiple Persona games now where I'm like, okay, I want to do this character's social league. It's like, well, I was like, because I just kept waiting for it to be available, and I was confused why it wasn't. And it's like, oh, well, that should have been available months ago in game. But you had to do this thing after school on a day you were going to school. But you're in summer break now, so you have to wait for school to be happening again, so you can do that. And I'm like, this fucking game. And even once I do it, I can only do it 2 nights a week.
Yep.
And I'm like, I really hope I'm able to actually do that whole fucking social link storyline. before the end of the game. I know I have more
At
time because
least,
I'm playing Royal.
yeah. And at least in Persona 5, even the original version of Persona 5, it's nowhere near as bad as in the PS2 versions of Persona 3. The timing out social links and stuff in Persona 3 Fest was rough.
Wild to me how many people hold up Fest is like the best version of that. I'm like, y'all really didn't see Reload at all, did you?
I mean, Persona 3 Fest was so very important to me, but Reload is just one of the best remakes ever.
Yeah, it's astounding.
I mean, you get to see all the characters try to figure out how to use emoji in text.
Yeah, right? Also, speaking of that, one of the things that it did instantly endear me to Futaba is that she has Cowmoji, both like on her door, in her room, coming up in her dungeon every so often, and I love Cowmoji. For those of you in the audience, or maybe Bernard in the call, I don't know,
I don't know what that word means.
Cowmoji is I'm gonna put an example here in text. It's this sort of thing. Cowmoji is
those. Yeah. I didn't know what they were called.
Yeah, when you use oh, that one doesn't really that's a lot of these don't work on Discord because Discord will uses some of them as like indicators.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Cowmoji are the thing where you use Unicode art, Unicode key symbols to create. It's like ASCII art but different, I guess. Like it's not like really ASCII art. It's like advanced emoticons.
Yeah.
And they rule, and I love them. And fun fact, if you hit the Windows key and then the period on your keyboard, there is a setting for emoji and then a setting for Cowmoji right next to it.
Oh, neat.
So you just easily pick out some Cowmoji you want to use. This has been if you're on Windows. Oh, here's one of my favorites.
If you're on Windows,
the one where you're squaring up to fight. Listen, you say that. I've been, like I said earlier, I've been using my wife's Linux laptop while I wait to get my own laptop. I could have spent the money I got on the Switch 2 on a laptop, probably. Not probably, definitely. But I didn't. I went with the Switch 2.
I mean, I say if you're on Windows, I'm sorry, but I also don't like Mac, and I'm also not particularly fond of Linux. More like if you're using a computer, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I was gonna say, like, I get the appeal of Linux. My dad really likes Linux. My dad, who is 76 years old, gonna be 77 later this year, he fucking installed Ubuntu on his computer 10 years ago, and has been using Linux ever since. But like my wife's laptop is just like there's a thing where she didn't give me a thing when I got it where it was like, hey, it doesn't do this. Like the control key doesn't work. So to use the control key, you need to hold left alt, and that is the control, and then you hit whatever other button you're supposed to hit. And I'm like, okay. And I know that's not a Linux specific thing. It is her laptop, but just Linux in general. Like, I haven't been able to get Discord, the app, to work on the laptop. I have not been able to get it to work whatsoever, despite multiple attempts at installing. It just refuses, which is a problem, because that means I can use the in-browser, but in-browser Discord doesn't let you change your mic.
Oh.
Or I think your audio source. So you're stuck with whatever it takes as your default. And it's like if you try to change it, it's like you got to get to the program. You can't do that on browser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not ideal, I would say. I keep seeing things about Fire Emblem: The Genealogy War, and I really want to play it.
Mm-hmm.
But I also am worried I'm gonna find it really boring. And or B, I'm just like, I love the idea, but Awakening and Fates, I can get gay mods. There are no gay mods for Genealogy War. People, hurry up! Do gay mods for Genealogy War. ROM hack this Super Nintendo game. I know you can. People have been ROM hacking Super Nintendo games for 30 years. I mean, not 30 years, 20 years at least. 25.
Mm-hmm.
I first got on the internet and there was Super Nintendo. Kaizo Mario existed.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been there. God, when was Lunar, that the Super Mario World modding program? When was that first made? I'm gonna have to look now because I'm curious.
I have no idea. Man, just the mention of Kaizo Mario reminded me, I think maybe my favorite thing in any GDQ event is when they do a Mario Maker showcase where the runners play through Mario Maker levels for the first time.
Oh, that's fun.
It's always so amazing.
Oh, I need to see that.
They've done it at least a few times, and it's always so great. They'll have two teams that are swapping off each time a player dies, and they're racing to see who can get through these levels the fastest, figure out how to get through them. It's so cool.
That sounds really fun. So I checked Lunar Magic, developed by Fuso Ya, first premiered 25 years ago in 2000.
Wow.
September 2000 specifically. Wild to consider. Also just seeing this Wikipedia article about the Fuso Ya who made this and mentioning other creators such as Pangaea Penga, and it just makes me like the fact that in the internet age we have things where we have to be like, we have to credit the person who made this. We don't know who that person is, so we got to use their online alias. And that reminded me of, so I've been watching Hunter x Hunter with a partner. Have you ever heard of Hunter x Hunter, Bernard?
Yes.
Have you seen or do you know much about it?
No, I don't know much about it. I believe I saw a post recently that said something like Hunter x Hunter is like if your dad is a story about a kid's dad going out for cigarettes and never coming back, and the kid going on a journey to find out not why his dad left, but why cigarettes are so awesome. Is that accurate?
So accurate. That's so accurate.
I wish I could remember who posted that.
So without getting much of the super nitty gritty of it, Hunter x Hunter is or Hunter x Hunter, depending on how you want to try to pronounce the weird title. It's by the same guy who did Yu Yu Hakusho, famous shonen anime from the 90s, which I've never seen. I would like to, though there's going to be some issues. This mangaka, I'm going to look up his name really quick. He's an interesting guy, because he keeps... I've heard it described like, he is someone who clearly is, if not obsessed, at least has an interest in queer people of various types. He likes including gay and trans characters in his work, but he also frequently does so in a way that is not ideal. His name is Yoshihiro Togashi. Yeah, Togashi, who, by the way, he's married to the author of Sailor Moon, which is wild, because she seems like a living fairy princess, and he is real-life Futaba. But so yeah, like there's a thing I know in Yu Yu Hakusho where there's a character who's a trans woman, and when the main character finds this out mid-fight, he berates her for not getting bottom surgery because it means that she's half-assing it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gross. And there's also there are the trans stuff is handled better in Hunter x Hunter. Both with the characters who are canonically trans, or the character who's canonically trans, and the characters who at least are transcoded. But yeah, it's a very weird series because it's a manga that, like, it's not a weekly thing he's doing all the time. Because he has this clout, he's able to make it something he does when he has stuff for it. So he does it, like, I think mostly on an arc-by-arc basis when he has the next arc ready, and no one knows how long the waits between arcs will be, which does lead to it generally being a very weird but high-quality series, because he's able to really cook on it, even if a lot of people don't enjoy some of what he does. Because I understand, it's fucking weird. I'm liking it, but it is fucking weird. I cannot summarize it easily, except that it is not like any other shonen series that has ever been made. It is very shonen battle, but it's shonen battle in a way that, like, I don't know, it's like an open world version of a shonen battle series, if that makes any sense. Like, there's not, like, power scaling as like there is, but it's more like every arc just being like, all right, what weird shit are we going to see next? Where are we going to go next? Oh, this next arc is about ants? Okay, cool. I guess we're gonna do 150 episodes about ants now.
Interesting.
Ant Arc is considered the best. I was not up for it for a while. Now I'm very much into it. It's weird as fuck. But anyway, reason I'm bringing it up in the first place, we've been watching it, and we're watching the dub, and a voice actor showed up. I heard him. I heard his voice in my ear from the show, and instantly, neurons that were formed 20 years ago fired and went, "That's Little Karibo." And I went, "No, it couldn't be." I look it up. It is, in fact, Little Karibo.
Oh my gosh.
This is one of the, several professional anime dubbing things he has been able to do. Good on him. He got to play the Chimera Ant who's good at darts. And he did kill the role. It was a perfect Little Karibo performance.
I mean, Little Karibo kicked ass as Frieza.
He did. I need to say this also, though. I had this freak out on call with my girlfriend as we're watching it. My girlfriend, who has evidently not seen a single abridged series, as far as I can tell, did not know what I was talking about. I sounded like a crazy person. As I just start being like, oh, that's Little Karibo. Oh my god, is that him? I have to look and see if that's him. It's like, that guy, he created Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series. She's like, okay? I should say, this is not like a weird age gap. She's in fact the girlfriend who is the closest in age to me. We are less than a week apart in age. She is 6 days older than me.
This is just doesn't know the same weird, obscure internet stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Thing. She's also Canadian, so,
They don't have Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series in Canada.
They don't have Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series in Canada. They have Tom Green. Apologies to all Canadians, including my girlfriend, for making that joke. I shouldn't put Tom Green on you. And
it has been a while since I've thought of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series.
It exists. I looked up his Locaro's TV Tropes page, and I had to just immediately laugh. Because they did something very funny for his page where they were just talking about, it's not often a person can be credited with creating an entire genre. In 1818, Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein, and thus birthed the entire field of science fiction. In 1841, Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Murders in the Rue Morgue, single-handedly creating the detective story genre. And in 2006, Little Karibo joined their ranks. Which, wow, that was 2006. That was 20 years ago.
Yep. I've said before that if I had the opportunity to watch Space Ghost in high school instead of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, I would have turned out a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Because I later watched some Space Ghost Coast to Coast and was like, oh, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, it's just this.
Mm-hmm.
But different.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of it before, but yeah, it was definitely a thing I saw mostly afterwards, or was aware of afterwards. It is so that is, and it was wild. It's just it's not even the most embarrassing thing. I would, people might disagree with me on this. I don't feel like being really into a bridge series when I was a teenager is the most embarrassing of my internet obsessions for that age. I still think it's the 15 years I was a Rooster Teeth fan. I mean, I will hold that there's some really good parts to Red versus Blue, but also it is Red versus Blue, and Ruby is its own ball of hornets. So luckily, I kind of noped out of Ruby fairly early, and then went back to it, and I tried to get further, and I just couldn't do it. Respect to people who love it, not yucking your yum. It's just not for me. It is truly one of those things where I have found, I feel like almost all, I've seen so much fan content, whether it be the officially published doujinshi made in Japan of Ruby, or just fan fiction on AO3, where people write the characters better than they are in the show. And I don't mean better in oh, this is bad writing in a traditional sense. I just mean in the sense of they're the creators were trying to go for certain sort of anime archetypes with these characters. Like, they were very clearly influenced by specific anime. But when they tried to do them, it didn't feel correct. It felt like the like sugar-free diet version. And then other people are able to be like, no, here's what you were trying to do. I see what you were going for here, but let me like scooch that a little bit.
I'm just so distracted thinking about
Yeah.
a bridge series now.
Yeah, fair. It was a whole thing. It was a weird like series of things leading to things that got us. I mean, there's like, you know, especially when we got to the era of Team 4-Star, like there's a lot of people from that group who have gone on to be like actual fairly big-ish voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorites being, I need to double check his name, but there's a guy who was in Team 4-Star who plays a semi-big character in One Piece. I mean, he's a major villain for an arc. And he does a killer job, like great performance.
I almost exclusively refer to trading card games as specifically children's card games.
That's the correct choice.
Yeah.
Chris Guerrero.
Mm-hmm.
Who was Cooler and Dr. Giro in DBZA Abridged.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, internet stuff.
Man, old ass abridged series and stuff, they're a weird thing because, like, at least for me, like, I'll remember them and I'll be fond of them and stuff. But then, like, if I were telling someone about them, I absolutely would not be like, you should watch this. I would be like, don't watch it. It's not gonna
100%.
be worth it.
It's one of those things, like, I genuinely don't think, like, I would never want to go through the process of trying to get someone into Red versus Blue now.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I don't want to take you through that early 2000s humor at the start. And even, I say at the start, throughout, let's be honest. Like, there's just, it's a thing that, like, at the time, getting through it was a thing, and now is just a shame. But it's a shame that also, like, I still hold somewhat dear in parts of my body. Again, I think, honestly, Bridge series kind of come out a little better in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
At least most of Bridge series up until Team 4-Star weren't companies exploiting people.
Yeah. Oh my god, I do have to say, one of my favorite jokes in anything ever
Yes?
is in Little Karibo's abridged series parody of apparently some other abridged series parody, his Naruto show, where
oh god,
there's the character who is not David Bowie is just the funniest thing to me. I'm not familiar with Naruto. I think the character's name is Kakashi. Just the running joke is that he's not David Bowie, but he looks like David Bowie, and he talks with a I don't want to call it a David Bowie impression, but it's just like a way one might imagine David Bowie speaking by listening to his music.
Mm-hmm.
And it's extremely funny to me.